How's it going, guys? IW here. I just picked up this 1986 non-turbo 5-speed. It has the W58 transmission, but this one's just going to be a parts car, so if anybody needs any parts off of it, let me know. As you can see, it was hit here, and it was left outside for a while, so I'm sure some of this back stuff, like the back plastic and stuff, is going to be bad, and the carpet probably in the back. Bumper's bad. Quarter panels are bad. The trim's bad, sadly. The transmission seems like it shifts fine. These are hardtop only, so if you need some of these, you need to make sure you get the right roof. These are hardtop ones. They're in pretty good shape. This trim is in pretty good shape. The door handle's in good shape. Just picked up this 86 non-turbo 5-speed Mark III. This one will be getting parted out soon. It has some damage. I'll get more videos later, but we're just picking it up right now, getting it strapped down and getting ready to head home. Here's some of the damage. Looks like somebody hit it or backed into it with something. Here's a little shot of the interior. It has a nice OEM radio. I don't know if anything works. I need to test everything when we get it back to the shop. The dash is bad. It's maroon interior. It's a W58 car, so if anybody needs the W58, I'll be getting more videos of everything working after I put a battery on it and stuff and try to get it running. I'm not sure. He said it spins over, but it wouldn't fire, so I'm going to see what's going on there and just see if I can get it started. If not, I'll just sell the engine parts probably. I'm going to do that anyway. The nose looks decent. Need to see if the brackets are rusty. The mirrors, I think, are pretty good. Doors are rusty. Might have a good gas tank. I'm not sure how long it's been sitting. So, yeah. Look at the scenery around us today. So, the reason I bought this car was because all my cars are covered in like 2 feet of snow right now. So I wanted a parts car that I could part out, that I didn't have to dig out of the snow. And this one was only 3 hours away, and it's a good deal. So I ended up picking it up, and I think it's going to be pretty profitable, and I can work on it while my cars are stuck under snow. We'll just put it inside the shop tomorrow and start tearing it apart. I want to take a minute and look at this scenery. This car looks so good in the snow. Just got the car unloaded, getting ready to put it in the shop. It's so cold out here. It was 50 degrees yesterday near Baltimore, Maryland, and now I think it was like lower 20s when I was on my way up here, but it's freezing with the wind blowing and everything. You still see all the snow. And the whole reason that I bought this parts car was my cars are covered in a couple feet of snow over there, but this one's nice and clean. So we're gonna get it inside and get it pulled apart. A lot of these parts will be on eBay soon. And if you see anything you need, whether you're watching this, you're probably watching this on YouTube, but if you need anything, hit me up on my Instagram. Instagram parts will be a little bit cheaper without the eBay fees. We can use PayPal. That's what I always like to use with the amount of scammers that are out here. PayPal is always the best one to use. And then you can also buy it on my eBay if you would rather do that, but the parts are going to be a little bit more expensive on the eBay. But on eBay. But yeah, and I'm going to go over some of the parts, like the electrical parts and stuff, like the mirrors and stuff, and show that all that stuff works, or we'll test to see if it works and then show that it works. Same with the headlights and headlight motors and stuff like that. Taillights are gone. But yeah, stick around. We're going to test a lot of that stuff, and I'm going to show off more parts of this car. And there's a couple cool parts, so stay tuned. There's a couple cool things I want to show you that I'm really excited about. Got it inside. Getting ready to start testing parts and looking over the car. So sorry to everybody that asks. I don't sell these badges. I like keeping them and collecting them, but just about everything else is for sale if it's in good shape. I try not to sell stuff that's in bad shape. If it's something that I think is in bad shape but it can be fixed, I'll sell it as being able to be repaired, but I'm not going to like lie and say that it's in good shape. I like being honest about my parts. I'd rather not sell parts than have to deal with them being returned, so that's just how I do business. Like I said, the back end's all wiped off this car. Sorry about the noise. Wind's blowing outside. Let's see. The interior's in decent shape. Sadly, this car was a base model, so it doesn't have the seatbelt guides. The carpet looks like it's a little faded, but that would be pickup only. I think the door panels are actually in surprisingly good shape. for the most part. There's a little bit of fading on the speaker cover, but that can be replaced, and same with the door handles on the inside. Glove box, kind of hard to see. Can put flash on. Yeah, glove box is okay. We'll have to see if the mounts on the bottom are okay. Oh, maybe not. They drilled it for whatever that is, that radio thing. So let's say no on that. Shifter's bad. If anybody wants the W58 setup, we can either sell it as the core transmission, or we can sell it with the bell housing, or we can sell it as pretty much a full swap. If you get a hold of me early, everything's still available. Let's see. This console lid, it looks like some bird pooped on it or something. But yeah. So while I'm walking around this car and talking about it, the story on this car, the backstory, I found this one on Facebook Marketplace. This one was decent deal. I mean, parts cars, none of the parts cars are decent deals compared to what they were a couple years ago, but you know, that's just how business goes. And anyway, when I went to pick the car up, I asked the guy, I was like, hey, so what's the story on this car? Because he runs like a salvage yard type deal where he gets a bunch of cars in, and he said he would part them out and stuff like that and sell them whole and stuff. But he said it was his neighbor's car for some weird reason. And that was about all he had. He didn't know how it got hit in the back. He didn't really have anything, so there's not much of a story on this car, sadly. Window switch, still there. It's not broken. Door lock bezel. Oh, speaking of the door lock bezel, let's see if I can find it. Yeah, it's in here. This was one of the really cool parts. Process 1994. You're telling me this thing's been in this car since 1994? And they never put it on. That's insane to believe if that's true. But you can still get these new from Toyota in black only. You can't get them in any other color. So to have a brand new maroon one with the clips and everything, that's super sweet to me. I love that. So I don't know if that's going to be for sale or if that's going to be in my collection, because you're not going to find another one new like that. Let's see. One of the pieces that I've been saving, one of the coolest things about this car, it has the very rare Toyota Supra monitor. This thing, if you don't know, it shows you your gas mileage. It tells you like when you need to do an oil change. There's a lot of information in it for being built in the 80s, like 86. And it has a special ECU to control it and stuff. Not the engine ECU, it's like a different ECU in the dash. So if anybody wants that set up, you can have the cluster with the Supra monitor in it, and the ECU, and even the wiring if you need it too. I could sell that all. I'd prefer pickup only at my shop in West Virginia, just because I don't want to worry about it getting broken. Steering wheel's trash, but the horn center's in good shape. Combination switch. It doesn't, yeah, it clicks, but it's like, I guess maybe it just needs used a little bit. Yeah, click. Let's see, it's kind of like a little soft, but it does click into place. That rotates fine. This, oh, okay, it was just a little stiff at first, but that's fine. Intermittent, that one's real clicky and notchy, so that one's good. Car has 108,000 miles on it. Here's the driver's door panel. It's a little dirty, but other than that, it's pretty good shape. I guess it's got a little bit of fading here, you can kind of see. And then it needs a new speaker cover. That speaker cover is rough, but I have those if you would need that from me, or you could use your old one. The armrest all looks fine, but yeah, looks good. Look at this. I never get these in good shape, and this one looks pretty good. A little bit of fading, but the holders are broken off, so it's useless. So this is something really cool that I found out about this car, or with this car, is these original door lock bezels. They have like the clips built in, and I could see them breaking and only being like one-time use. Whereas these, the later ones, and maybe the ones that Toyota would give you if you went to the store to buy them, in the parts department to buy them, they have these little metal clips that people were always asking for. So that's really interesting that Toyota changed that design, I guess. I've noticed a couple of things like that they changed the design on for these cars. Here's the motor of this new parts car we got. It is a 7M GE with 108,000 miles. The guy said it was free, like it wasn't locked up, but he said it wouldn't fire, so not really sure what was with that. Probably the fuel pump. to start with, and who knows what else. But it looks like the guy kind of took care of it when the car was still being driven. He has a new brake booster, or a new remanufactured one or whatever, and then the fan shroud looks pretty nice. The new distributor cap that the bag was in the back, it's on it, and I'm sure there's new plug wires on it, and then based on the boxes in the back, there's new plugs in it as well. Okay, we're inside the Supra now. We got the battery on. Let's see what works and what doesn't. Blower motor works, that's for sure. Let's see the climate control here. We got low. This is actually a really good one. Usually the buttons are peeling, which you can see it's starting, but this one's in very good shape. So we are going to do the window switch. That works. Good, and let's try the passenger side. Works, that's good. Slow, but I mean they haven't moved in forever. Let's try the passenger side switch. It works as well, that's good. Let's see the turn signals. That one works. We're not getting any hyper flash, so that means no bulbs are out, that's good. Let's do the headlights up. Yeah, it put the one down. They both work. Look at that. But let's turn them on, and then let's do fog lights, and let's see how that looks. So real quick, the headlights are both working, but the fog lights don't work. The fog lights will probably be sold as parts if somebody needs the brackets. I had somebody ask for the brackets. The turn signals, or marker lights, they're working. Even this rear marker light that took a beating, it's still working. The tail lights are working. Look at that. Both tail lights are working, and this thing took a beating. Talk about Toyota reliability. And that marker light's working. So here's the Supra monitor. These are very rare. I've had other people that say they have one Supra and they have it, but I've had like 60 and only had 2. So let's see what. I don't even a calendar. That's kind of neat. 1186. Wish I could go back to then, buy some Supras. Just kidding, they'd be expensive. Elapsed time, you got like a timer. Economy, you got your MPG. Range. Oh, that's really cool. You got your range on there. It'll tell you how much consumed. I don't know what that means. Gallons, I guess. Engine oil. When you need to do your oil changes. That's really cool. Let's try the mirrors real quick. We're going to go with the driver's side first. Left, right, up, down. Oh, that one works great. Let's see the right side mirror. Right, left, up, and down. Wow. To have a set of those that actually work with the amount that I've had that haven't worked recently, that's great. I love that. I love to see that. Cluster. Did the cluster lights work? I'm not seeing the cluster lights come on, so that's an issue, but not a big crazy deal. So this is really neat. This car is so old and such an early Mark III that the oil pressure is in kilograms a centimeter instead of inch pounds. And you can see that this, I don't think they're sequential numbers, so I don't think this is the 1200 Mark III built, but it's one of the very early ones, being the number 0001253 in January of 86. Thanks for watching. If you need any parts of this car, please send me a message on Instagram or reach out to me on eBay. A lot of the parts off this car will be listed on eBay soon. And special thanks to everybody that has reached out and said that they enjoy watching my videos. I hope to have more informative Mark III videos coming sometime this year as the weather gets better and I could be out recording with my nice cars. I also plan to add a segment to this channel, just like this video, where I show off the parts cars. I got the truck stuck. Getting parts. So playing in the snow with the Chevy, got stuck. Had to get the diesel to get it out. The diesel got stuck in like no snow, but just ice. And so the tractor to get the diesel out. Can't believe diesels get stuck in like no snow.